It's a perfect situation.
Hello, this is Liz. Welcome to my little urban homestead, and I'm in full preservation mode. As you can see, I have got altogether here over £6 of tomatoes. Most of them are Romas. They've been ripening on the side in the kitchen, and then I've been storing them in the fridge. We've been using them as well, but now I think I've got a load more to ripen. I'm going to sort these out. And it's been a few years since I've canned tomatoes, especially my own. I got some from the farmer's market a few years ago. But these are my own homegrown tomatoes. So what I'm going to do now is, when my water comes up to a boil, I'm going to plunge them into boiling water 30 to 60 seconds until the skins start cracking, and then put them into cold water so I'll be able to remove the skins. I've done the majority of the tomatoes. I've just got these three left. These three, I noticed there was bits on them, but you can see skins peeling off. It's a time consuming job, but it does make for a better product at the end. And it's also a messy job. But there's that bit of bad. Cut that out, put it on the side for the chickens. They'll thoroughly enjoy it. Just make sure there's nothing else on that one. And then this one has got a bad bit on it. Because I wash these before I plunge them in the hot water to take the skins off, and in washing them, that's when I notice these few blemishes on it. The skin doesn't want to come off this side, so I'll gouge it out. Oh, there's that bad bit. I'll put it on this plastic tray because I don't want loads of tomato juice all over the countertop. And this is the last one that got a bit bad on it, and it seems to be just surface. See, all these skins, I might dehydrate them and use them as tomato powder. Then again, I might just feed it to the chickens. I don't know yet, but there's what I've collected, and I'll wash my hands now and do a bit more. Right, I thought I'd just show you, this is one of my canning books, the complete book of home preserving, and it's very good, and there's a lot of canning recipes for canning tomatoes, and I'm doing the crushed tomatoes version. So I have got my jars boiling, and what I'm using is a water bath canner. I have got my lids because I use tattlers in the back coming to a boil. I have got most of the round tomatoes that I'm actually going to start boiling up now, because they say you need to crush them up to get them release the juices. So I thought I'd use round tomatoes for that, and they suggest using a potato masher. And the rest of the tomatoes are here. Right, I have now mashed up 2 clumps of about 2 cups of tomatoes, and I'm now going to add some more of the tomatoes that I've, as you saw, skinned, and I've sort of halved them, and I've got them here in my pot, and I'm just going to let them slowly come up to a boil, and boil them for about 5 minutes as per the recipe says. Now I'm not expecting to get much out, I don't mind. These tomatoes have now had about 5 minutes, so let's move them out of the way. I'll get a couple of jars. Handful. We want obviously liquid and tomatoes in. I'll keep that jar very hot. So give it a quick deep bubble and squish around. It says 1/2 inch headspace, so let's add a bit more to it. Measure it, and that's not quite up to it yet. Put a little bit of tomato in it. See if that brings it up. Oh, and it's broached up too high. So let's take some out. And that's it. Just debubble a second time. Now I've only got 4 jars sterilised here, so I'm going to get the 5th one and put it in. Kind of so, just in case. Let's move this out of my way a bit. Paper towel with a bit of vinegar on it, and Tatler gasket and lid, and a ring to put on it, and that's as tight as I need it, and that'll go in the canner, and I'll carry on with the rest of the tomatoes. I have 4 pint jars in my water bath canner, or the stock pot I'm using as a water bath canner. And one way to test that you've got enough water on there, you need 1 inch to 2 inches above the top of the jar. Just if you've got one of these measuring things that tells you how far over the top it is, just shove it in. And from the top of the jar, I've got about 1.5 inches. So I'll now turn them up and bring them to a boil. I forgot to add lemon juice to the first 2, so I had to take them out, put lemon juice in, 1 tablespoon of bottled lemon juice in each pint, put a clean fresh gasket on and put them in the canner. I remembered on the last 2, but I forgot on the first 2, so I had to go back and do it, because you do need to put lemon juice in it, especially if it's a water bath canning. But that's now going to come to a boil, and when it's at a full rolling boil, I think it's 35 minutes, full pints. This is extra, if you like, because I hadn't got enough to make another full pint, so that's just going to go cool down, go in the fridge, and I'll use it over the next few days. There are the 4 jars. It's a couple of days later because I've lost the footage for when I took them out of the canner, but there they are, all done, sealed, and until a couple of minutes ago they were on my shelf, but that's where they're going back. The half a jar that I had over, we ate and they were lovely. Thank you. Bye.
It's a perfect situation.